Okay, it should be good to go. I just want to check one time. Yeah, so it's good to go.
Okay. Hello, nerds, and welcome to AXP. They call me wise from Wisconsin, but I think that's just them trying to make me feel better about myself. And I'm here
Wait,
with
what?
and I'm here with Edward Barnell, and I'm gonna play some Far
Hello.
Cry 5, and we're gonna have a little chat while we do it. While we do this thing.
Oh, first of all, hello everybody. Yes, as Jesse said, this is AXP or Arsenal X Plays. This is mostly Jesse streaming, and he'll be the host of this. We are from Nerds Gone Rogue, NGRradio.com. In case if you guys are joining us for the first time, just want to let you know where we come from, and we are kind of a video game platform where us and a lot of our friends come in and we do shows, have blogs, and have like different discussions and show off different video games if you guys are interested in seeing them. But this right here is just kind of Jesse playing Far Cry 5. And he'll probably me and him will have a discussion, not about the game, but maybe some things about it. On my end, I'm playing Mafia 3. So, Jesse, I put everything into your hands. Oh, one more thing, everybody. If you want to know more about Arsenal X, it is our NGR Radio's Xbox podcast. I'm the host where Jesse and Corey are my co-hosts. They join me. We all come together and talk about all things Xbox related. If you want to know more about it, you can check our show on Nerds Gone World on YouTube or check ngrradio.com for more content of those shows. So, I'm going to hand it back over to Jesse, and we're going to get into the show, more of it. So, just have to get that out the way.
Gotta get all that. Pushing all of our product.
Yes.
Alright.
So,
For right now, I'm just trying to cause some chaos in this area so I can have the boss come at me. I got some shrines I gotta take out. Some convents I gotta find.
It's I wonder. So, we've been talking about controversy. Whether it's been in the media or if it's been in the game itself. And I don't think we had a big controversy in gaming for a while. And so I want to ask you this.
Yeah.
What do you think about controversy? Just in general sense. Do you think it's good? Do you think it keeps wait, hold on, wait. There's two women on the dock with a Playboy book Bible. Okay? That's great. But what do you think about controversy in its general sense? Like, do you think it's good? Do you think it's bad? Does it help to get notoriety or attention? Or, like, what are your thoughts about it?
I mean, I guess it all depends on context. Like, I mean, people can make an argument for like those dumb games or those games like what is the Columbine one and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But
Columbine RPG.
Yeah, like you can make an argument as to why that could have been made or should have been made or whatever. But at the same time, it's just like, I don't know. I just don't. It's just not for me. Like people that are trying too hard, in my opinion, to get attention. Like, I guess that's the thing. Like, if it's bringing some real attention that's actually helpful in some way, you know, like if what's being done, you know, to be shocking or offensive or whatever to try to bring attention to something is actually doing something good, then so be it. But if it's just literally to try to be edgy and like not really trying to actually do something useful, then I just feel like it's kind of pointless.
Interesting. And I do agree. Like controversy normally comes to the kind of start on the discussion.
Yeah.
Whether it's in movies, gaming, like the art entertainment is always going to be something controversial. It's not too much in fashion or in food, kind of in a sense. You know, I think when it's in the media and it deals with the actor, a meme, or something like that, that controversy, it is going to be something based off of fear or based off of anger. Because sometimes it might be something, political, even. But in the gaming world, when we have controversies, we don't have it last for a long time. It doesn't become a long, open dialogue. It's like you have the controversy, it creates whatever it needed to create it, or just something comes out of it, and then we all move on. And there are just some people who, which I agree with you, that I feel like that they take controversy and they exaggerate it at times.
Gonna strike these sinners.
Jesus. Getting shot at by a rocket launcher.
Oh no. I think people just try to take it to another level without actually kind of realizing what they're doing, or even be able to give full information. So, they'll voice their opinion about controversy or about that topic, and then some will probably treat it without a care, and then others might treat it as, you know, a way to, you know, rile up anger, you know.
Yeah, like,
go ahead.
I was just gonna say, yeah, like, to me, like, if people are just trying to be, like, trying to make people upset and stuff, like, and like I said, and like, there's not like a positive reason to their actions, then, like, in my opinion, those people, like, what needs to be done is people just need to ignore them completely and just not give them the attention that they're obviously trying to get, you know, like the negative attention.
What do you think controversy can? Do you think controversy can damage just people? You know, is the purpose to damage somebody? I should say. So
Like-
when there is a controversial moment or something, and people react to it, do you think their reactions is made attention to the person?
Getting in a crazy battle here.
It's like,
For some, like they won't let me pick up my original gun that I had. Hate when it does
I
that.
know back in the day, probably we in the video game, community, we didn't really have that big a controversy until I probably would say maybe the biggest one that we had was our was the Nitro for the Sega Genesis. And when seeing Joe Lieberman and Howard Lincoln and Billy White and all of those come to the Senate and talk about violence and video games and having a Reddit, and parents could buy them stuff for the kid. Like, well, first of all, what parent was buying a kid a
I
Sega
can't stand
CD?
the sight of those
Second
white
of
flowers.
all,
They're the reason the county's choking
what,
on the goddamn
what
bliss.
artwork was the kid looking at to get an M-rated or get whatever game that is that none of the civic nor Howard Lincoln like play.
Yeah, like, that's the thing is, one of the big problems, has always been like with parents just not paying enough attention and letting their kids get a hold of things, when it comes to that kind of stuff. But at the same time, for them to be blaming games for everything is just, the typical, like, looking for excuses or, just something to blame. Just like, like what you run into a lot of times in, like, cases where people, like something happens and they're always trying to, find someone that they can blame for a death or whatever, and they'll put anyone in jail, regardless, just because they just want to punish someone because they're hurting or whatever, But it's, it's like in that case, it's just like they always want to find something to blame other than what the real issues are.
Well, it's kind of weird that parents, or I should say the Senate at that time in 93, 94, where they were just like, what if a parent buys the M-rated game and all of this, and it would do all of this stuff. And then, like now, like parents are buying M-rated games for kids without a care in the world.
Yeah.
It was just like there was concern for it, but that concern kind of led to nowhere because parents just ended up buying stuff.
Yeah.
So
I think it's it kind of goes back to the issues that we have where a lot of parents are like either working 2 or 3 jobs, and so you've got the kids who are home and don't really have parents around, and so they just can basically do whatever they want. And I mean, that existed when we were younger too, and those were always the fun friends' houses to go over to because he never had parents home. And so we could, do stuff that maybe we shouldn't have been doing.
yeah,
It's like it's gotten to the point now where a lot of people have to work like 2 jobs to make ends meet, and so So I think there's a lot of that.
Yeah.
Just people, kids are getting games and stuff, and their parents are just getting stuff because they like it, whether they feel bad or whatever it is, whatever their excuse is or reason is.
They just want something to keep their kid occupied.
Yeah.
They go off to do whatever they need to do, I guess. But it's weird when it comes to just controversy in the first place. Like, it's just weird. Like I'm not using example. It's because that was big to us. Like we didn't have the controversies that modern gaming has.
Yeah.
Like we went from innocent and we went from R-rated games to school shootings where video games were being blamed, but that didn't hold water all the way back then, and it doesn't hold now. Like a lot of people just like you just can't blame that because there's no justification of it.
Yeah. Well, and not to mention,
do,
like, you can see just as bad of stuff on TV, and like, I guess that's the thing is, at what point, are you fighting a battle that you're inevitably gonna lose? As far as trying to censor your kids from things. I mean, you can try, but it's
how far that's gonna only get you.
Yeah. And and it's kind of like drinking and stuff like that. There's countries where kids are able to drink at a younger age, and like even just me living in Wisconsin, like my whole life I've been able to be, as long as I'm with my parent, I can be in a bar with them and I can actually drink if they want to give me alcohol. And so I mean, I've also had some other issues like where I've dealt with like alcoholism and stuff, and people that I've known that have been an alcoholic and stuff. So like alcohol has never really been something I've been super interested in, but like also growing up around it, I also didn't ever like really look at it as this thing that I had to do because it would be rebellious, or whatever. I mean, sure, like in high school, I've drank, went to parties and stuff where there was drinking and all that, but it never really was like a big deal to me, to the point of like where I abused it because it was such a, I don't know what kind of word I'm looking for, but like it just wasn't a big deal. Yeah. Like I didn't drink just because I wanted, because it wasn't, wasn't a thing that you were supposed to be able to do or whatever. And so I feel like with like video games and stuff like that, the more you like tell your kid that you can't play this and this kind of thing, the more they're gonna be tempted to want to figure it out what it is, that they're not, why they're not supposed to be playing it and stuff like that.
And that might be one of the reasons why when it comes to controversy, like sometimes that might help the games, a game sell. Adult is able to go in and purchase the game compared to compared to like going by then, because like even Grand Theft Auto 3 became became controversial in the sense,
Mm-hmm.
and the hot coffee mod and all that stuff. But some controversies, like from when I said like when we started, M-rated games, high school shootings, and then like
Hell
we
yeah,
had the
Shark
controversy
here.
with
We're
the
setting up
Roseman
a
getting
surprise
fired
barbecue
because
for
of
these brain-dead
you
cultists at the
and
trailer
all of
park.
that stuff. We had Gamergate. We had the controversy of even within the video game with DMC, the Devil May Cry, how people got offended and upset about Dante being like changed for that game. Like we had stuff like that, and I know Gamergate is like one of the biggest controversies on there. And for some people earlier in the day, the Atari, even the Atari it's just like regular factors, and like now, we got the controversy of plagiarism. We have the controversy of the major. I'm sorry, I'm looking at that. And goodness. We have the controversy
Eyes on
of
target.
Kickstarter, and those games, people getting their money taken, and them not getting the product, and even Star
Here
Citizen,
comes that holy fire.
and all of that craziness. Like we have that controversy. So
Yeah.
we have like various degrees of
Yeah, there's like in video games, there's always going to be controversies, I feel like. But, like there's like we kind of were saying before too, like there's right ways to go about it, and like like a perfect example of something that I could think of that's like has been controversial and like to the point now like where it's just accepted as like like shows like South Park and stuff like that, like where they're like but if it's like doing it in a comical route where it's I don't know, it's so hard when it comes to things that like people find controversial or offensive. It's like I'm not easily offended by stuff. So like it's sometimes it's hard to understand like what someone is thinking. And and that's just it. I think that's just it though, is it's like, well, just because you may find something offensive or something to be controversial or whatever, like it doesn't necessarily always mean that everyone's gonna feel the same way about it as you. And I think that's the thing is like if we again, I guess it kind of comes back to like if like what's being done turns out to be something that's just like has a positive or isn't a negative reason as to why it's being done, or then it's, I think it's fine. It always just comes back to if there's a negative or like a mean-spirited motivation behind it. Like that's what makes it not okay, in my opinion. But if it's just for fun and it's just not really meant to be trying to hurt someone or trying to do
and that's and I think that's why in this modern time of video games, that controversy it's so it and definitely in the year 2018, that controversy in video games just busted out like crazy. You know, we got the controversy for the esports and all of that stuff. We got
Yeah.
controversy with streamers saying racial slurs and other things. You know, we had the Nazi thing, Number Wolfenstein 2. Um, but I guess Wolfenstein 2 and Far Cry 5, they had their own controversy that kind of dealt with race and stuff like that. But the one YouTuber, when he did the Nazi video thing, uh, how that was a big controversy. Uh, we had the video game company, or I'm gonna go on YouTube. We have this video game company who hired this girl, a trans person, to do music for their game, and then was getting people channels banned and copyright strike on YouTube because of contract disagreement. I want to look that up on YouTube.
Well, even
You know,
even
that controversy.
even this game that I'm playing, you know, people were like all up in arms and upset because of the way that they're portraying, you know, these, you know, like white, like religious, you know, like people, and they, you know, a lot of people were upset and afraid that they were gonna, you know, try to make these, you know, people who are religious and white Americans like out to be these bad, like that all of them are bad, and you know, like there's a big issue with them going the whole religious route in this game.
Yeah. And the same thing with Resident Evil 5. It's just like Capcom is racist and stuff. It's just like, no, they're not racist because this game is being made in Japan and this is done in Africa. And if they made it all white people in Africa, you will be like, why are they whitewashing these games? Like why can't they be able to make zombies or monsters that are affected in Africa? And whether a white person or a black person is shooting them or whatever, that shouldn't make a difference on why it's happening in this game.
Yeah.
Like you play a Resident Evil, but you know what Resident Evil is about. So them dying or them being as shown as the enemy, that shouldn't matter.
Well, that, you know, and that's just it. Is a lot of the times things that end up being a controversy, a lot of the times are things being looked at to like in a different, in a way that they were never meant to be looked at, like looking too much into things. That does tend to happen a lot, is, you know, like if you look too much into things and make it about something that never was about. Unfortunately, that happens a lot of the time.
So Alex Mora is the one with the music, with the dispute and her DNCAs and stuff like that. Well, YouTube has been a controversy for a long time. I think once they started doing the monetizing thing, changing their rules and, you know, ads and stuff, like, and streaming and all of that stuff, all of that changed. That's been a big controversy.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Well, and I think there's a lot of issues with like the YouTubes and things like that where just when it comes to the streaming and all that kind of stuff, is it seems like they're constantly changing things, and I think part of that, like the people getting upset with stuff, and it's just because it's like they're constantly changing things, and
None of us are perfect. We need to get ready.
I think they're trying to,
From time to time, even myself.
I don't know, they're just one of those things where you just mess with things too much and you end up wrecking it.
Foolishly.
And that, can go with things that like were things that people find controversial, like if people were constantly getting upset and act like trying to actively do things to stop, like South Park, like at what point then would that show would eventually be ruined if they didn't let them do what they do.
No more distractions. No more
Yeah,
hitting.
it's just entertaining. Well, not entertaining. Well, for some it is entertaining when they're able to see this controversy because they treat it up as juicy gossip, and they want to see how long it's going to last and what the outcome is going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we still have more controversy that's going to be coming along the way. Like,
Yeah.
none of that is going to like really change or go away. At this point in time, we still with some things that need to be investigated while the controversy is dying down and stuff. We need to find out what is happening and how everything went. I know one of the right gangs like Polygon or no Kotaku, I think, where they reported about how they treat women at riot gangs. Like that story came out, so that probably might be a big controversy for some people, and they're trying to clean their image up for that.
Yeah. Well, and like,
of course. Oh, go ahead. Yes.
I was gonna say, and like, and that's fine if they clean things up. Like Microsoft kind of had to go through that. Like we didn't really know a whole lot of what was going on, but like Phil Spencer had brought it, up during the E3 or not? Was it E3?
No, it was not PAX. GDC, I think. The Games Developer Conference.
Yeah. Where he just kind of brought that stuff to attention, where he didn't have to, because I'm guessing a lot of people had no idea what was really going on, but at the time people knew about the party thing because it got reported with the stripper and everything. Yeah.
That they knew, but all the low morale and all of that other stuff that he brought and talked about, a lot of people in the press and gamers and the community, they didn't know about that.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Hell yeah.
Trying to find
So,
a couple more shrines here that I gotta take out, and a couple things I gotta do, and then eventually I think this other boss will come after me.
I remember, because actually a game that I'm about to pop in, it was a controversy too. Mighty Number 9.
Oh. I forget what the controversy was for that.
Well, the game was it was the streaming, and I think something was taken out of context, and then when the game came out, it wasn't what it was meant to be.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, people
Because
were
constant ended up changing it. Yeah, and it was getting it kept getting all these delays, and people was wondering where all this money was going to because they asked for more money and stuff like that. So it was a big hoo-ha of mess. So, but I mean, I think, and that's why I feel like a lot of controversy nowadays. People sometimes do take it a little bit too far. You know, like sometimes where controversy happens to a person, there's a lot of harassment. Some people believe that they deserve that harassment, and others believe that, like, okay, something happened to this person or something. Let them deal. You know, they reap the consequences. So now let them deal with what they're going to do for the future instead. You know, you're going to get followers and you're going to lose followers instead.
Yeah, that, you know, that's just it. It's like when it comes to certain things, you know, people just gotta kind of do their research on you know, like what is this person about, and you know, are they, you know, the things they're saying or doing, is it just, you know, them trying to be funny, or, you know, like, and you kind of make your own decision, and you just, in this day and age, you just choose to you know, not support people that, because I just feel like sometimes the attacking people through Twitter and stuff, if they're saying something or doing something that you don't agree with, isn't always a good way to go, because unless you're, you know, really know, you know, what for sure is going on, or why they're doing things, you know, like, too many times I feel like people get attacked, you know, on Twitter and stuff for things that are just either it's not as bad as what people think, or the way that you end up going about attacking someone on Twitter isn't the right way to do it. Like, you know, like you got these people who get offended by something that a comedian says or something, and then next thing you know, like, these people are releasing people's addresses and attacking people, you know, on Twitter, and it's just like, you know, like, it's okay to be offended, but, you know, you've just gotta, if you don't like what someone's doing, then don't support it. Like, just, you know, doing stuff like that, not only is it kind of not the right way to go about protesting against something, it also is actually bringing more attention to something that you dislike so much.
And
and you're actually helping them in some ways.
And that was pretty much kind of the basis of Gamergate. When that female developer was getting attacked.
Yeah.
And it was like, it was just weird that she was getting attacked by this whole community because the boyfriend allegedly, you know, thought something happened, and it ended up never happening or anything. And like, the truth kind of came out about some stuff for that. And but her and a lot of women in gaming and the community and in journalism and that sites and stuff were still getting harassed, and there's still women who get harassed. But they do, like, their, and regardless of what you think of the content that they produce and they make, I feel like no one should be harassing a first class. Some people don't deserve it. You can always voice your opinion and be critical about them,
I will write,
but
shoot,
sometimes
and fucking
people
compose
take
this
harassment
whole
too
goddamn thing.
seriously, and they will cross the line, like you just said. They will
Yeah.
kind of cross the line when it comes to that harassment. So they would look for their address and try to hurt them and stuff. Because that person is so angry and they can't let that stuff go, even though it has nothing to do with their life, nothing to do
Here
with
you are, America's future
what they
favorite
enjoy and
action
stuff.
hero.
They just
The
have
entire crew walked
some.
out. They
I
left.
think
And you
it's
know
a
what?
mental
Fuck 'em.
problem
Same thing happened to Coppola, and look where he
that
is
they
now.
can't let stuff
We
like
are
that
the
go.
Where are you going?
And
I can make you
I
famous.
just don't. I
You have
really
no idea
do not
how
know.
life is about to change.
No, we even had the controversy early, like before we even got into this year, the swatting incident with the man
Yeah.
passing away and stuff, and we're still waiting on. I mean, they're charging all three people in this case, and they got the culprit who did it, who actually did the swatting to get the man killed, but the people who set it up, the two people who were on chat and everything, they're being charged also. So we're kind of waiting to see how all of this is played out. But swatting had been a big controversy itself.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and rightfully
It's a-
so, like that. That's something that falls into those, that category of people doing stuff that just does not whatsoever have any kind of positive outcome. And something like that to be done is just completely stupid.
And
It's one of the dumbest things. I think that, like, one of the most embarrassing things, for the gaming world in general, that people do something that stupid that can get people killed.
yeah. I think for a lot of us, we're still waiting to see what the outcome is going to be. Like,
Yeah.
'cause I know there's a big pride and everything, but because they're in different states, let me see. I think because they're in different states, they, I don't know if they're going to be charged, or if they're, or if that, or if they're all going to be charged. They're going to be charged, I think, with manslaughter.
Okay.
But there might be other charges applied to it. I know the person who did it is going to be charged on multiple things because because of his record in the past. He's been charged with stuff like that before, but I think he hasn't been charged for swatting or anything like that.
Okay. Yeah, because that was one of the things is like they had different, like certain states have like different laws against it, don't they, or something like that. Like some states have kind of like put it in the law books because it's been such a big issue.
See what happens.
Driving a semi.
So there's going to probably be more controversies and stuff like that.
Yeah, like I said, there always will be. There's always gonna be someone who's trying to, do something, or someone who, comes along and just decides to say things that they know they shouldn't be saying or doing, and ruin things for other people. noticed it is, like, yeah, you always have the people that decide to do things and that end up ruining it for everyone else.
Yeah. I don't know what the next controversy is going to be. It's going to be game related or anything, but there's always going to be some kind of controversy in game space, and all we can do at this point in time is we have to look at the controversy. We always will have an opinion and offer, and whether there's going to be agreement or not, we always can have a conversation. And sometimes that's what controversy will provide, that you're going to end up having a controversy for it, whether you like it or not.
Yeah. And that's the unfortunate thing is, sometimes the negatives can be turned into positive things, where things get talked about that maybe need to be talked about. And, like, unfortunately, sometimes we don't talk about things until it's too late. Like...
Pretty much.
Like, these school shootings and things like that. I mean, like, if there was issues and things being dealt with sooner, maybe we wouldn't have, had to be talking about school shootings and things like that as much.
Yeah. I think school shootings and stuff is always going to be a controversial topic. When it comes to video games stuff, them blaming animated games and Call of Duty and all of that other stuff, that just doesn't hold water. That doesn't mean
Yeah.
because the controversy with that is more going to be if a kid at some age, teenager or not, to walk into a gun store, buy a gun with limited background check and all this other stuff, the controversy should start there.
Yeah.
Include, well, a little bit including the mental health and stuff, but that should start there, not when after the school shooting happens, they want to blame video games and stuff. And you must have been doing some foolishness in the game.
No, I was just thinking of the Sacha Baron Cohen, that episode of the Who is America, where he's going to the politicians and saying that we need to arm all the kindergartners in schools with guns, because in that way we won't have school shootings anymore.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the
And then next day after it airs, they'd be like, I was tricked and stuff.
Yeah. I haven't kept up with that show, but those first couple episodes are just something else, man. That show.
I don't even know what station it's on.
It's I think it's a Showtime or HBO. It's one of the paid. I think the first episode is free to watch.
Yeah.
But you can get it. You can watch it through, I think it's Hulu. something like that. 'Cause one of those streaming things you can get pay the extra per month, and you can get.
Music calms the angels. Music calms the angels. Helps them live in their blissed out heads. Keeps them from turning mean.
my character. I wish she could see what you look like. But like I bought an outfit where it's like a motorcycle suit, but it kind of reminds me of Road Rash.
Oh wow.
So I got like right now I got a aluminum pipe as a weapon, a melee weapon. Alright, gotta restock. Ammunition is so expensive in this game.
How are you doing, mister?
Oh, you know what though? I need to sell some stuff that I... There we go. Yeah, I'm just kind of taking out some of these places and trying to anger the god. Alright.
This is Adelaide at the marina, honey. The Peggies are all over us. Hell
Yeah, I think I'm-
Sharky. Hell yeah, Sharky here.
Almost done with what I need to do in this area, and then I'll be able to, once I defeat this boss, then I think I get another main weapon slot or something. I forget. Like in this game, as you beat the bosses, you unlock different abilities. Like I think maybe it was the last one that I got a main weapons and one more main weapon slot for beating the first boss, and then I forget what you get for the second one. Got my trusty sniper rifle.
I got your back! Hey, I can see you, Farmer!
I got him too! Watch it! Stop!
Oh, Christ. The only issue I have with this game is like weapons, like when you're trying to do stuff, and if you're accidentally by a weapon, even though it may not be showing that you have the option of picking it up. Like if you're trying to pick something else up, all of a sudden next thing you know it will be picking up that weapon.
Yeah.
So there's kind of like glitchy or buggy with that aspect of it, but otherwise this game is a lot of fun. It's weird and Right up my alley. Alright, I need to find a way to get there quicker. Oh, nice. There's a fast travel right by where I need to go. What game are you playing at?
Mighty Number 9.
Oh, okay.
Dude, I've been having the urge to play Mega Man 8. And then I'll switch to my PS4.
Down there! There's our target!
Oh, yeah, I don't think I've played Mighty Number 9 at all. I love how like all the bodies of water in this game are like have their drugs that they make in them. So like it makes it all like floaty. Gotta go somewhere to get some cover.
We heard the alarm! On our way now!
So they're going to be showing Doom at FarCry, actual gameplay at GameStop.
Oh, okay. Nice. That'll be interesting to see. Still wish it was just a DMC game instead of a Devil May Cry game. But it actually, that game actually looks pretty good. What
I
I've
think
seen of
Friday,
it so far.
I think Friday I'll be getting not Optimus, I'm sorry. Arsenal X notes. So that might be, I might just do stories. It's like me and Corey, we talked about stuff.
Yeah. There's so much stuff that's gonna be coming up eventually here that to talk about. I'm just like I can't wait until start getting some more stuff of like even like Mario Party and stuff like that.
Right.
To talk about. And then, oh man, what I really can't wait for is when Metroid is far enough along that we get to talk about that, and get to learn some more about that. That's what I'm most excited for.
Actually, me and Larry was talking about Metroid on World 1-1. I told him, I think, personally, I was just like, I think Super Metroid should get a remaster.
Yeah. Well, I would really like to happen is the Metroid game, the new one that was released for 3DS. I wish that would get a switch port.
Switchport.
Yeah. That would be awesome.
I think probably because Mercury's working on their own gang.
Jesus, man. This area I'm in is just so overrun. I was getting... Yeah, one and another thing too, like we've talked about in the past, that I wish that we would have got the Luigi's Mansion on Switch.
Everybody wants that. Oh.
This is Ab.
After I finish this area here, I think we'll probably end it, and I'll probably head out to bed, actually.
Yeah.
I'm starting to get tired now.
Tired.
And we've been going for almost an hour.
It's like 3:25. Yeah.
Holy cow, man. This area is... Oh, crap. This guy's about to try to start mortaring me.
Murdering? Murdering.
Mortar.
Bada.
I just sniped him. This area that I'm at right now, there's so many people here. I'm just sniping them.
I gotta be up today before 9 o'clock. I'm gonna get my season tickets on it. Like
Dang it. Oh, there we go. I'll do this. I just hit this dude had like heavy armor. I just took him out with a rocket launcher. Oh crap. Oh, that's what it is. They're calling boat support. Okay, who else is there to kill? Oh, dang it. There we go. I just had to take out a couple. They're like the guys kept on coming, like 6 in a boat with a big turret gun on the back of the boat. I just had to keep on taking them out a couple of times, and then it finally finished it. I forget. You've played this game, haven't you?
Yeah, I have it.
Yeah, because that was something you had eventually picked it up after
Yeah.
I talked about it enough.
She's got the means to wage a one-woman war on Eden's Gate. Just the kind of person we could use right now. See about lending her a hand, Rook.
Well, I knew I was gonna get it. I just
Yeah.
didn't know when I was gonna get it.
Yeah. Yeah, because I know we talked about like trying to eventually one of these days we'll do
We'll play it.
yeah, play co-op.
Good job clearing out the marina. I got a challenge for you, if you're up for it. There's this giant albino fish that swims around the marina. Locals call him Ragnar the Terrible. People have been trying to catch old Ragnar for ages, but he's damn stubborn. He likes to hang out by that little island over yonder. It'd be good for morale if someone finally caught him. I think you might have what it takes.
My helicopter's got the same rule as my man. Nobody touches the stick except me.
Thanks for helping out my counter.
Hey, there's my
Character on
hero.
here.
Get over here, honey. It's important.
She said my
Baby, I need you to stay lit.
my helicopter has the same rule as my man. No one touches the stick except for me, or something like that.
That got hairier than a dog's belly.
Oh no.
This is fantastic. There's new stuff added all
This
the time.
game is just so great in its corniness and just weird.
Tried to hurt my... I
I
felt
gotta
it
go
broken
by her
in.
'cause she keeps on running her
Come here,
mouth.
hotshot. I need your help.
Heard what you did at the prison, yo. Right on.
God damn, do you have good timing? No, goddamn.
I'll go closer! Lesson in humility. Oh, it hurts. Oh, sure. That was hella close. Thanks.
What is this guy? This guy is like a good guy, but he keeps on attacking the people of the base.
Animals coming at us!
Oh. Why?
I don't know. Because I kicked him in the face, and so then I think the people here thought that he was the enemy and started shooting at him. And so then he started shooting back, and then he got downed, so I revived him. But then the second that I revived him, he started shooting at the people again. And now I think I've stopped it.
You inspired us to fight back. Keep going.
Christ
fun.
fucking mighty. Can you believe this shit? They're lucky they caught me with my pants down. Hey, there's my hero. Get over here, honey. It's
Alright. Well, that's been FarCry 5, and me and Ed talking about controversies and things being offensive in games and other things, and how we should and shouldn't deal with it. What are some ways that can show your dislike for things people do without being harmful? Making a point, making a statement. Alright, and you can find our other shows at ngrradio.com. Got all kinds of goodies there, and Corey's constantly making that website look better and better and improving on things there. NGR Radio, or Nerds Gone Rogue on YouTube. Listen to our many shows that we have on there, including Arsenal X and Pow Block.
Platinum and
yeah, the millions of them. The Royale with cheese.
Oh yeah. It's so weird I can't be. So weird that I won't be able to be on Squad Goals and Royale for a while.
Yeah, I know. It's a bummer. Cause speaking of it, you gotta go and watch the Squad Goals where we got Ed to play some PUBG with me and Corey and Pat. It's so much fun.
No, we did. We did have a lot of fun.
And that episode was pretty funny. It just like everything that happens throughout. That's the thing is we tried to make the Squad Goal games like something that you, even if you're not interested in the game, it's just fun to watch and just listen to. We try to just talk about fun things, or just the nonsense that we get into in the games. Usually end up dying. Everyone dies because I crash in a car or something.
Right.
I realize my weakness, and so I take everyone down with me.
You won't take me down. Once that thing was like that free weekend was over, I installed that work with the quick bitch.
It was like Resident Evil 4 to me.
Well, Resident Evil 4 is complete. You just don't like it.
Yeah, but it's still garbage. That's the problem. Is at least PUBG is still like in a preview program. It's not finished. There's an excuse for
Resident Evil 4 is a polished game. You just bad at it and you don't like it.
No, it's not.
For a person who loves horror stuff, it's a game that you don't like.
Yeah. Which says a lot, because I usually like all that kind of stuff, all those kind of games.
But you bought the game in the first place. That's the crazy thing about it.
Yeah, because it was like $4.
Okay, so why would you buy something that you hate? This is another discussion we'll have at another day, because you'll probably ask me the same thing for a lot of the games that I buy and play, and I have reasons for them.
It was $4, and it had been like how many years since the last time I played it. I thought that hey, I'll give it another try. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe it's not as bad as I thought it was, and then I picked it up and I played it, and I realized it wasn't as bad as I thought it was.
You didn't fix this game. Like, you didn't do the whole first third of the game.
I just couldn't. It's just too bad.
You could, but you just didn't do it. Yeah, I think my 3 even got an update too.
Yeah, I think they probably just pushed an update recently.
Yeah.
But anyways, well, we can get into that. Another discussion. We could probably have a whole like 3-hour discussion just on that next
Pretty
time.
much.
All right. Well, thank you for watching the shows or listening or however you consume our products. And we'll talk to you again.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Oh.